If you look at the radar tracings of these things, these objects can be moving at 200,000 miles an hour, make a right-hand turn. And there are occupants on these. Now, you know, I mean, any pilot knows if you had the G-forces of that, your brains would come out of your nose. There's no way it'd be fatal. But because it's correcting for 1G, and there's a sort of a bubble, an envelope in space-time that this object is moving in, there's no limit to what it can do. So
they don't feel the G.
They don't feel it and go straight up, you know, at, like one of the radar things we have from Belgium, I got from the Belgian Air Force, was an object that was at, you know, slightly above AGL, a few feet above ground level. And it went from there to boom, like 100,000 feet in one radar swoop.
In our previous panel, we had Grush, and he had testified to say that some of these were interdimensional beings. Can you speak on that at all?
Ma'am, I'm not qualified, certainly as a scientist or otherwise, to speculate points of origin. I looked at everything from a scientific perspective. So if you look at, for example, instantaneous acceleration, which was one of the observables of the program that I belong to, ATIP, the human body can withstand about 9 G-forces for a short period of time before you suffer negative biological consequences, blackouts and ultimately redouts and even death. Comparison, our best technology, the F-16, which is this older platform, but one of our most highly maneuverable aircraft, manned aircraft, made by General Dynamics, can perform about 17 or 18 G-forces before you start having structural failure, meaning that the airframe begins to disintegrate while you're flying. The vehicles we're talking about are performing in excess of 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Gs.
Now, when we say spaceship, to me, space means out of the planet Earth, out of terrestrial. You're gone extraterrestrial. For some reason, the Laxman don't want to hear them talk. Yeah.
You know, in the Senate in America right now, they're having hearings.
Yes, man.
Yes, man. The revelations of the Pentagon.
Yes,
so how do you feel about all of this information about UFOs that are now coming into the mainstream?
It's not now coming into. Yeah. All the air forces in the planet Earth have this year reported sightings, but naturally, to prevent hysteria, they suppress it. But it is cataloged all over the world. People tell you what they have seen and the phenomenon that goes around with it. But for me now, I am not a believer. And I have ones and ones here that's still in residency. I've seen the fleet here in the Blue Mountain. And not only here in the Blue Mountain, even though I'm sorrowful not being able to tell you the first initiation of the new moon worship and praise, because we were carrying the Sabbath long before we incorporate the new moon, once a month worship and praise. So I did that at the house before it was sold in Buchan Avenue. And as you can imagine, the congregation was here, so it's not a one man I tell you nothing. The whole place was lock off, like you'd have like what you call it, a year show. But I couldn't tell you how much, but what I can tell you is circles within circles. The most neon light, my lad, even from first time here, it wearied me out because you see, I did a service at Papine Park and came home the Sabbath, upstairs, changing off and so forth. And we have a brother we call Cautious Lion. Him say, Father, come here. And, you know, I didn't pay. I'm here the earnestly. Father, come here, no man. I mean, I wonder if something happen. And when I came out here, he man said, Father, look how long I call you look. My lord, the whole mountain here, I can call the scribe, I can call Delbert, I can call some senior people here, if you know, says no plaything. And from the day I born until now, with that and the time at Buchan, I've never seen something like that. My brother have wheels within wheels, flashing circles, neon light. There was a time when, like the whole fleet, while it is going upwardly, you see the lights them on the ground. If it goes this way, it never leaves the circle formation. The farm I told you about up there, when it going up to the higher mountain, as the same thing, oh man, my mind was in a claustrophobic state, you know.
So you saw the actual spaceship?
Yes, I. And 2 main occasions, it's not alone. The congregation here can be a witness. First in the Blue Mountain where we are now, and the other time was the first new moon service we did at my place at 9 Buchan Avenue. Even people from the community after we left coming back here, torment the community in New Haven, say, yo, you know what the Rasta tell you? The man say we see it and preach it down there for about a month. It's not a play thing. So here we are now. What it is, and what they are, Psalms 68. Verse 17 declare, and I didn't write it, and said the chariots of the Lord are 20,000 So now, what they are, these are heavenly ships that have the ability or the potential of invisibility and visibility. It was used in the rapture of Elijah. 2 Kings verse 11 show you that. Enoch also was taken away. In the advent of Yeshua, it wasn't like a Superman flying around. It's the operation of the ships. It was used when we were exodus from Egypt to Palestine by a cloud by day and a cloud of fire by night. Now the people.
Shalom. This is the book of Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. Unto that, and let us call Halayam, La Alahayanawa, Yahweh Basham, Yavashai, Basham, Makakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of greatness, soon ruled well. Also Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and in sincerity to all the four corners of the earth. And Shalom unto the Israelites who have been scattered among the heathen nations. And Shalom unto the few and faithful Akwatiyam who listening and learning and obeying their husband. This is your brother Karatazar from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp out of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so reason why I start off with Hosea 4 and 6 is because, you know, this video, in terms of what about to show, not about to show, but the previous video that that you with the previous video that you all saw with the Rastafarian talking about the chariots of the Lord, right? And while you know men of the Lord, the hopeful, 144, out on the streets, on the highways and byways, crying out, talking about the chariots, the so-called UFOs, Salakia, right? And it still, seem that, most of our people can't get it. You understand? But they will, as the scripture says, just roughly paraphrase, and when the rich man speaketh, with everyone listen. You understand? Because even just the other day, like Elon Musk, he post with that the Messiah is black, right? Even goes back to Putin as well. All right. So so with that now, they will see these news articles, they will see these news videos, and they're gonna be this they're gonna be this they actually will just be dismayed about it. Hey, why is something flying in the sky? What is this? What is that? But yet you're passing, man, every every Sunday or every Thursday or every Monday or Wednesday or Tuesday or wherever they may live within the world, passing these men, sure that you heard about it already, sure that you heard about men mention the chariots who is mourning out on the streets, sure, but you will pass but with that will pass through one ear, it will enter one ear and exit on the next. All right. So and as in the first video, they was talking about concerning with the G's, the amount of G's that the human body could withstand. All right. And those of you who you could do the research for yourself. You could go up on YouTube and you could look up G's, and you will see the militaries, in the way in how they train their bodies. to withstand the certain amount of G's without these fighter jets, with those military pilots who have to fly these jets. You will see the different trainings they have to go under. You will see how the body respond to the G's, right? Um, hence in the first video, where the guy was also talking about with that these flying aircrafts take off at 1,000 to 3,000 G's, and if an aircraft will take off at that amount of G's, come on, the angels of the Lord, the bodies, it is not the same as the bodies that we have here on this earth. All right, because for 1,000 G's, because even up to 9 G's or a little more could even reach the death. You understand? So if I less for 1,000 to 3,000 G's, your body have to be different. Your body have to be angelic, right? Angelic bodies to be able to withstand that. Like for example, the movie Black Adam, Thor, Superman. I just bring forth these characters as an example in the way in how they portray their body strength to be. All right, so bodies like that could be able to handle G force, because you see in the way within how they fly, how fast that they actually fly, right? So let's get so let's get Ezekiel 1:16, because in the video with the Rastafarian, he talk about the wheel within the wheel. Right. So this is Ezekiel 1:16. It said the appearance of the wheel, their works was like unto the color of a beryl, and therefore had one likeness, and the appearance at their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. All right. So I'll also share that video as well. All right, so you can see in how the wheel is. All right. All right, so you can see the video here. All right, so in that video you can see in how the appearance is. It's like a wheel within a wheel, and it is not losing the momentum, it is not shifting. Everything with the Lord is perfect. All right. Verse 17, when they went upon their four sides, and they turned not when they want. Right. As for their rings, they were so high that they were dreadful, and their rings were full of eyes round about them four. Right. Right, so let's go to Ezekiel 1:4. Ezekiel 1:4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, came out of the north, a great cloud, a fire enfolded in itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber out of the midst of the fire. All right, so you have chariot videos where they actually look like a ball of fire, right? Where they actually look like a ball of fire with the color of emerald beneath, also with different colors as well. All right, and the Lord is showing His signs within the heavens, but yet these two-thirds, they are blinded. Most of them are still blinded. All right. Uh, it's Zephaniah. No, not Zephaniah. Zechariah, Salakia 5:1. It said, Then I turned and lift up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. A flying roll, as back in them time, they described it as a flying roll, right? But as you can see, it is basically like a spear, but but with the chariots, they are a spiritual vehicle, so they could change the different shapes, because you see where it have some like a where it have some like a spear, it have some like a cap, it would look like a capsule with that kind of capsule pill design, with it have a triangle shape, then it have the rings, then it have many other shapes that we never even see, or shape that we can even fathom, right? So the the, the Lord works with it is great, right? Verse 2. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answer, I see a flying roll, the length thereof 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said unto me, This the curse. Right? So before I read off verse 3, all right. So this is how big the chariot is, and I could place a video just for example, right? Just for an example, right? But this is how big that these um chariots are, because it also have a fathership. All right. So they just the example here. All right. So verse 3. Then said unto me, This is the curse that go forth without the face of the whole earth. Right? It will be a curse upon these heathens and upon these wicked two-thirds. All right. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this according to it, and every one that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. Right? So these chariots in coming here to play. Right? These chariots in coming here to play. But the chariot was here. There was always here. But the Lord is showing His signs within the heavens, and by that, that just showed you that, hey, that the Lord soon come. The Lord soon come. And when He come, He's not playing. But even all now, the Lord are pouring out His spirits, all now, it ain't playing all now. But when he comes with it, when we know hug and smiles and with hand love ups and nah, you don't have that. It's bare slaughter. It's bare slaughter. So if you ain't getting it right with the Lord now, well then you just choose your path. Alright? The scripture we have here. We have Psalms 68 and 17. And it reads, the chariots of power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. Yahweh is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. All right, and trust me, you're gonna start to see, you're gonna see more and more chariots are gonna be revealing themselves. Right? They also cloak within the clouds, but you're gonna see them revealing themselves. Right? So if you can get yourself right with the Lord, or you know, you ain't even trying, you know, well then that is between you and the Heavenly Father. When the judgment come, but you can't say that you didn't know. Alright. So I just want to just share some light on those two videos. Right, and to that, we like to say Kal Halayam, La Alahai Nawa, Yahweh Bashim Rashai, Bashim Kakadash, double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone Good Well, Shalom unto the brothers that pushing his works in truth and in sincerity, and Shalom unto the few and faithful Akwatiyam who listen and learning, listen to the husbands, listen brother Karatazar. Until next time, Shalom.